Is there life beyond our Earth? Are UFOs really real? The idea of alien sightings and encounters has been a topic of fascination and speculation for many years. While there have been numerous reported sightings and encounters, it's important to note that there is no conclusive scientific evidence to prove the existence of extraterrestrial life or the authenticity of these claims. Many sightings can be attributed to natural phenomena, misidentifications, or hoaxes. Here are some notable alien sightings and encounters. Barney and Betty Hill abduction, 1961. Barney and Betty Hill claimed they were abducted by extraterrestrials while driving in New Hampshire. Their story became one of the first widely publicized abduction cases. Travis Walton abduction, 1975. Travis Walton claimed he was abducted by aliens while working in a forest in Arizona. His story was the basis for the movie, Fire in the Sky. Rendlesham Forest Incident, 1980. Known as Britain's Roswell, this UFO sighting occurred near a U.S. military base in Suffolk, England. Multiple military personnel reported seeing strange lights and a metallic object in the forest. Phoenix Lights, 1997. Thousands of people in Phoenix, Arizona, reported seeing a series of bright lights in a V formation. The U.S. military later explained it as flares from an A-10 Warthog aircraft. Chicago O'Hare UFO Incident, 2006. Several airport employees and witnesses reported seeing a saucer-shaped object hovering over Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. The FAA did not investigate the incident. Nimitz UFO Incident, 2004. The USS Nimitz Carrier Strike Group encountered unidentified flying objects off the coast of California. Pilots reported seeing fast-moving, tic-tac-shaped objects that defied known technology. Tic-Tac UFO Incident, 2014-2015. In 2017, the New York Times reported on a series of encounters between U.S. Navy pilots and unidentified flying objects shaped like tic-tacs. The incidents occurred off the coast of California and were captured on video. Chilean Navy UFO, 2014. The Chilean Navy released declassified footage of an unidentified object captured by a helicopter pilot during a routine coastal patrol. Kenneth Arnold, 1947. You may thank Kenneth Arnold, a civilian pilot, for starting today's obsession. On June 24, 1947, Arnold claimed to have witnessed 9 blue, lighting objects flying swiftly in a V configuration near Washington's Mount Rainier. Arnold was operating a small aircraft at the time. Lubbock Lights, 1951. On the evening of August 25, 1951, 3 Texas Tech science professors were out in Lubbock enjoying the evening when they noticed a semicircle of lights moving quickly overhead. Numerous complaints began to pour in from all across town over the following few days. Texas Tech freshman Carl Hart Jr. even took pictures of the alleged Lubbock Lights phenomena, which were featured in newspapers all over the country including Life magazine. Birds reflecting the light from Lubbock's new street lamps were the cause of the lights, according to Project Blue Book, which oversaw the Air Force's UFO investigations. However, a lot of people who witnessed the lights reject this theory, claiming that they were moving too quickly. Levelland, 1957. There is a well-known scene in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind where a UFO causes a car's electronics to malfunction. The occurrence in 1957 in Levelland, Texas, where hundreds of locals independently reported seeing a rocket or weird lights that interfered with their vehicles, engines failed, lights cut out, provided the real-life basis for that scenario. Although the authorities originally believed the claims to be a hoax, when they looked into the matter, they too saw the enigmatic lights. Project Blue Book was tasked with looking into the situation. Their conclusions? Despite the fact that there were no thunderstorms in the vicinity that night, an electrical storm and ball lightning were what created the lights and mechanical issues. Tehran, 1976. Similar to many earlier incidents, the September 19, 1976 event in Tehran, Iran, began with phone calls from worried residents reporting a brilliant light in the sky. A fighter plane, an F-4, was dispatched to investigate, but when it got close to the object, all of its instruments went out, causing the pilot to turn around and head back to base. A second F-4 replaced it, and as it approached the strange light, it attained radar lock. However, the pilot said that the UFO unleashed a bright object that he mistakenly believed to be a missile coming directly at him. The pilot's equipment began to fail as he prepared to fire back, and he saw the UFO unleash another brilliant object that was traveling directly for the ground. Despite the defective equipment, he arrived back to base safely. Iran approached the U.S. to help with an inquiry after the occurrence. Lieutenant Colonel Olin Mui, section head for the U.S. Air Force, described the night's activities in an unclassified memo. Almost all of them can be explained. And finally, as for the alien missiles, that night there was a meteor shower, which might readily explain the observations. The Belgium wave, 1989-90. A big, triangular UFO was reportedly spotted floating in the sky by Belgian residents around the end of November 1989. There was, however, no further proof of any UFOs present outside the ocular observations. Two military ground radar stations subsequently, in March 1990, reported additional sightings of several objects, which were eventually verified. Two F-16 fighter planes were dispatched to investigate the anomalies, and even though the pilots were unable to see anything with their eyes, they were still able to lock onto their targets using radar. However, the UFOs were traveling at such a rapid pace that the pilots misplaced them. The encounter was one of the most commonly reported UFO sightings in the contemporary period, with an estimated 13,500 witnesses. The Belgian Air Force recognized that an unidentified activity had occurred in the air despite having no logical explanation for the action. The Belgians contacted the UK's Ministry of Defence to conduct a further investigation, but they halted their inquiry after they realized the event was not hostile or confrontational. These are just a few examples of alleged alien sightings and encounters. It's important to approach such claims with skepticism and critical thinking, as many can be explained by natural phenomena, military exercises, misidentifications, or other non-alien explanations. Comment if you have come across any UFOs.